MedEarth is an Australian charity. We recover medical equipment from hospitals across Australia, and instead of it going to landfill, we redistribute it to hospitals in developing countries where it saves lives. In our world, illness is universal, but access to care is not. MedEarth's mission is to really bridge the gap between the scarcity of others and the abundance that we have in our very lucky country.
These are the equipment that we would like you to take away. It still works really, really well. In intensive care, we can't do our job here without this piece of equipment. What MedEarth will do is actually take away the equipment we no longer need, and they'll take it to developing countries that will utilise it.
Many of the items that we have in our hospitals in Australia, we would consider basic medical equipment. But to hospitals in developing countries, these items are often not available due to lack of resources. The fact that we can recover those items from hospitals here that no longer need them and make a real and tangible impact to the patients and the lives of people in developing countries is really what MedEarth is all about.
Well guys, thank you so much for coming to help us pack the container today.
Each year we recover about $1 million worth of medical equipment and store them in our warehouse until we find an appropriate home for them. We ship 50 cubic meters. That's 500 tons of equipment that is not in landfill in Australia. The last thing we want to do is create waste somewhere else. So we want to make sure that anything that we ship overseas is going to an appropriate home where it can be used for the purpose that it was intended.
I like helping the kids overseas, so that's why I'm glad I'm here and packing stuff for the kids.
To be able to be here today and to be able to pack up a container that is going to have such a massive impact to the lives of so many others is just amazing.
When we send a bed, a ventilator, an X-ray machine, an anaesthetic machine, even crutches or a wheelchair to the poorest communities in our world, it makes a tangible and real impact to people's lives.
Working with MedEarth is so easy. There's no cost, and I would encourage anybody who has some equipment that they no longer require to contact them.
It's an incredible organisation run by incredible people doing incredible things.
Doesn't matter how little you are, doesn't matter how big you are, everyone can make a positive change in our world.